says in the Yerushalmi in Megillah, Yerushalmi in Megillah, in Perek Aleph, Halacha Hey, that Nevi'im and Ksuvim are suddenly bottled. Lasad Lavai, all Nevi'im and Ksuvim are going to be bottled. But the Chamisha Chumshe Teira are not going to be bottled. And the Gemara brings a pasuk because it says in Parshas Vaschanon, Koil Godel V'lo Yosaf, which means that Chamisha Chumshe Teira is something which is Lo Yosaf, it never has a hefsek. Then the Gemara there says weiter, Rab Shimon ben Levi Moisef, and says, Af Megillas Esther v'halachas. Megillas Esther and halachas are also not bottled. Megillas Esther, the Gemara says, because it says v'zichram lo Yosef mizaram. It says by Chumash lo Yosaf. It says by Megillas Esther v'lo Yosef. So they learned out from each other that lo Yosef means that it will not become bottled. And when you get to halachas, it says that halichas olam loy, that halachas is lo'olam, halichas olam loy. That's the Yerushalmi. So there's two halakim to this Yerushalmi. One is beneged to the fact that Nevi'im and Ksuvim are going to be bottled asad lavai, and the other is beneged to Megillas Esther. So we'll talk about each one of them separately. So first of all, beneged to the Nevi'im and Ksuvim that are going to be bottled asad lavai. So there's a question that the Radvaz in a tshuva asks. All the shirim in the Beis HaMikdash, the Rambam Paskins and Hilchas Tmidim and Musafim, what were all the shirim on the Karbanis in the Beis HaMikdash? They were all the psukim of Tilim. There's a Mishnah at the end of Masechta Tamid, the famous Mishnah at the end of Masechta Tamid that goes through the different shirim, the Shir Shal Yaim that you said that was said in the Beis HaMikdash. So if Lasad Lavai, the Nevi'im and Ksuvim is going to be bottled, what's the Pashat of Pshat? What does it mean it's going to be bottled? But Lasad Lavai, the Nevi'im and Ksuvim, there's going to be a Geniza. They're going to be Gainas, all the Nevi'im and Ksuvim, and it will be ice. It will be completely bottled. The simple Pshat is it will be completely bottled. If so then from where is going to be the Shirim and of the Levi'im, Lasad Lavai, in the Beis HaMikdash? The Shirim comes from Tilim. And he says it's a deichik to say that only those particular kapitlach that are used for the shirim are going to remain, and everything else will be bottled. The Gemara says that Nevi'im and Ksuvim is all going to be bottled. So what's going to be with the shirim in the Beis HaMikdash Lasad Lavai? So the Mai says there's a lot of different ways how to answer this. So the first thing is the Beis Yosef in Siman Nun Aleph in Shulchan Aruch, the Alter Rebbe also in Siman Nun Aleph Paskins befeirish. He brings it actually from one of the Rishonim, the Orchos Chaim, that the lashon that he says there is as follows: Mizma l'Sayda mitzvah limshech ha'isei b'negina. The special mitzvah to say Mizma l'Sayda that we say every day after Baruch Shamar, it's a mitzvah to be mamshech, to say it with a negina, with a nice niggin. You ever knew this? So now you know. Well, the nagin.
Why don't we do it?
Let's start. Kida'ama b'medrish. So it says in Medrash, Kol hashirais asidin libotl, chutz mimizma l'sayda. All shirais that are said in the Beis HaMikdash are going to be bottled. Mizma l'sayda, which is the shir that was set for the carbon taita. That's what it means. Mizma l'sayda. This shir is not going to be bottled lasad lavai. So in this Medrash, it says pretty clearly that all other shirim that the Leviim sing on the Karbanis are going to be bottled. The only one that's not going to be bottled is the shir of Mizmor L'Sayda. So then what that means is that L'Asad Lavai, when the entire Nevi'im and Ksuvim is going to be bottled, that's what it says in Yerushalmi, so there'll be new shirim. There'll be new songs that the Leviim are going to sing L'Asad Lavai, besides one which will remain, the shir of the Carbon Taida, Mizmor L'Sayda. So that's pretty clear. And like I said, the Alter Rebbe brings this in Shulchan Aruch and Siman Nun Aleph. An additional point, the Minchas Chinuch, and even before him actually, the Pnei Yeshua, both say b'negeya to the mitzvah of the Leviim that they have to sing on the Karbonis. Minat Teire, they say, there's no particular mitzvah of what you have to sing. The mitzvah, it doesn't say anywhere in Chumash what you have to sing. It just says that the Leviim are there to sing on the karbanis. What exactly they have to sing, it doesn't say anywhere in Torah B'chlal. And therefore the Minchas Chinuch's lashon is, or actually the Minchas Chinuch or the Minchas Chinuch's lashon is, that the mitzvah in Torah is to sing kfi tzachas halashon, according to whatever beautiful lashon you have, that you can choose to sing whatever you want. Elamai, he says, just like you find Megillas to tefillah, the mitzvah of tefillah, Min Torah, there's no mitzvah to say the specific nusach of davening that we say. And there's no mitzvah to say it necessarily even 3 times a day. So according to the Ramban, there's no mitzvah Min Torah to daven 3 times a day.
The most machmadik is
once a day, yeah. Yeah, Min Torah.
Elamai.
Elamai, the Anshe Knesset Agdola were masakin to say this particular nusach because people over the generations did not know how to daven properly, they didn't know how to pronounce and how to put together a tefillah properly. So the Anshe Knesset Agdola were masakin a specific nusach to daven. But Min Torah, the whole nusach tefillah is there's no nusach tefillah Min Torah b'chlal. So he says the same exact thing is Megillas to the shirim that the Leviim sing on the karbanos. Min Torah, there's no chiyuv to sing any particular shir, whether the Anshe Knesset Agdola or maybe even before the Anshe Knesset Agdola. But Zman HaNeviim, in the time of David HaMelech, they were masakin particular shirim to say, but it's not b'chlal Min Torah. The Pnei Yeshua actually says this in the Gemara Rosh Hashanah. There's the famous Gemara that talks about the kilkul hashir on Rosh Hashanah. If the Edom come later on in the day and you sing one thing and then it's not the right shir, you sang for a chayil and it really was already Rosh Hashanah. So the Pnei Yeshua says, Min Torah, there's no such a thing as kilkul hashir. Min Torah, all the shirim, if you sing what you would sing on another day, on this day, it's all the same thing as long as you're singing. You have to sing on karbanos. That's the mitzvah. What exactly you sing? Yeah, there was taka nusach that Chacham were kaveya or the Nevi'im were kaveya, but Min Torah, there's no such a thing as a kilkul hashir. So if so, Lasad Lavai, when the Nevi'im and Ksuvim are going to be bottle, so there's no shirim from Tilim, so what shir are we going to sing? There'll be other shirim. There'll be other things to sing. Lasad Lavai. That's what it comes out according to this medrash that the Beis Yosef brings, and according to the Minchas Chinuch, according to Pnei Yeshua. But the Maise is the Rambam in Hilchas Tmidim u'Musafin brings the list. Allah brings the list of all the shirim that we're going to see that is sung on the karbanos, and the klal is Megillas to the Rambam. It's a famous klal. The Mishnah says this klal. The Rambam in his sefer only brings such kind of halachas that are negeya also in b'yimei Mashiach. Things that are going to be bottled b'yimei Mashiach and are not relevant today. They were only relevant b'zman Shabbos Hamikdash Kayam. And they're not relevant today anymore. And are not going to be relevant Lasad Lavai that Rambam doesn't bring. You mentioned this before. If it's things that are negei b'zman hazeh, so then the Rambam brings it. But if it's something that was only negei b'zman Shabbos Hamikdash Kayim, and it's not negei today, and it's not going to be any more Lasad Lavai, so then the Rambam doesn't mention it in Sefer Ayad. So why does the Rambam bring the nusach and the list of all the shirim that they sang in the karbanos that come from Tilim? If Lasad Lavai, Nevi'im and Ksuvim are going to be bottled, and the Rambam brings this Yerushalmi la'alacha. The Rambam in Hilchas Megillah and Perik Beis and Hilchas Megillah halacha Yud Ches brings this halacha that calls Sifrei Nevi'im v'chol Ksuvim asidin li bottle b'yimei Mashiach. In the end of Hilchas Megillah, the last halacha of Hilchas Megillah, that all Sifrei Nevi'im and Ksuvim are going to be bottled. Chutz mi Megillas Esther. The reason why he brings it here is because it's Chutz mi Megillas Esther. Yeah, so the Rambam brings it all Nevi'im and Ksuvim are going to be bottled Lasad Lavai, yet at the same time the Rambam brings all the psukim of Tilim that were sung on the karbanos. So it's mashma that the Rambam holds that all of these things will be sung on the karbanos, even Lasad Lavai.
When you have the same kasha on
yeah.
Saying either they're all going to be bottled or not. If this one's not going to be bottled, maybe they'll all be bottled except these seven.
Yeah.
Saying it's equally a kasha.
I hear what you're saying. Once you're saying that Mizmah Kuf is a Yetzim and a Klal.
Yeah, they could all be, all these could be Yetzim and a Klal.
But for Mizmah Kuf, for Mizmah L'Seidah, you have a Beferish and Medrash. There's a Beferish and Medrash that says that that's a Yetzim and a Klal. For the other ones, there's no Medrash that says that anywhere Beferish. Say so, but yeah. The interesting thing is there's a Beferish Rashi that says there's somewhere in Nacha Rashi. I saw this today, but I don't remember now exactly where this Rashi is. Rashi says that Ein Yisrael Meshoirim b'Mikdash Elo Shiraisav Uzmiraisav. Yidden don't sing in the Beis HaMikdash only from the Shirais and Zmiris of David HaMelech. And Rashi learned that from a pasuk in Nach. And there's Ne'im Zmiris Yisrael. Ne'im Zmiris Yisrael. I think that's what it's going on. Yeah, makes sense, because the Radak says the same thing, and there's a Medrash, there's a Yalkut Shmeini that gives a mashal of a choir. There were 10 people, a choir they all sing beautifully, and they all want to sing in front of the king. And the king points to one person and says, he sings, his voice is sweeter than everybody else, and he should sing in front of me. And that's David HaMelech, Ne'im Zmiris Yisrael, the sweet singer of all the Yidden, and he's the one that his Zmirais, according to Rashi, his Zmiris are sung in the Beis HaMikdash Dafka. So you see that there's a special inyan to sing Dafka, the Shirim on the Karbanis should be from what the David HaMelech sang. But that's not a question when you get to Lost Lavai. The words. L'chayda means the words. The words. Yeah. L'chayda.
Maybe David HaMelech will make new songs.
David HaMelech Lost Lavai will make new songs. And Chanami, exactly.
It's going to be like a new gather.
So make new songs. Yeah, good point.
New hits,
Yeah. Okay, but the Eker Shaila is the Rambam. The Rambam paskins that Lasad Lav and Nevi'im and Ksuvim will be bottled, and at the same time the Rambam paskins that the Psukim of Tehillim will be the ones that will be sung at the Karbanis. So the Maisa says, if you look over here into this Rambam, where he says that the Nevi'im and Ksuvim are going to be bottled, the Ravid argues with the Rambam. The Ravid says, Amar Avram, lo yibatel dova mikol asfarim. Nothing is going to become bottled. She'ein sefer, she'ein by limud. There's no sefer that you don't have something that you learn from it, even la'asad lavai. In other words, what the Ravid is saying is, the Nevi'im and Ksuvim, what do you mean it's going to be bottled? Every one of these psukim, there's something you can learn from it. And la'asad lavai also. It's going to remain, the limud that there is from these psukim is going to remain la'asad lavai. Aval, kach omru. Afil yibotlu shar svarim mi likreis behem. Even if other svarim will be bottled from being used to reading in them. Loitibotl Megillah loitibotl melikreisa betzibur. The Megillah won't be bottled from reading it betzibur. In other words, Megillah, there's a mitzvah once a year to read it betzibur. All other Nevi'im and Ksuvim, even if today it's something that you read, you learn bitzibur, mizman lizman, you learn from Nevi'im and Ksuvim, or maybe Daf Torah,
in some
okay?
places they read it from a proper Nach.
Yeah, or maybe Daf Torah, or whatever it is, on whatever occasion it is that you read it bitzibur, that prat is going to be bottled Lasad Lava. You're not going to read Lasad Lava in Nevi'im and Ksuvim bitzibur like the Megillah. But the Nevi'im and Ksuvim will still exist, Lasad Lava. There'll still be Sifrei Kodesh, Holy Svarim, and they, like his Lashon, they still have a limud, even Lasad Lava. So according to the Ravid, even Lasad Lava, the Nevi'im and Ksuvim are going to remain.
He's saying that against the Rambam.
Yes, he's saying it against the Rambam. Even Lasad Lava, it's going to remain, and therefore even Lasad Lava, you could use the psukim of Tilim for the Shirim and the Karbonis.
Much more understandable.
Makes much more sense. Yeah, that should. But from the Rambam, it's not a limud b'tzibur. It's not, or it's a shir, or it's going to be used for a song. But the Lechem Mishnah, if I understood correctly, the Lechem Mishnah over here says that the Rambam disagrees with this, and the Rambam learned that Lasad Lavai, there's pashut going to be a geniza. All the Sfarim of Nevi'im, Ksuvim, will yigonzu. A geniza. Yeah, he uses the Lashon geniza. He uses the Lashon geniza.
I wasn't sure. So David's arguing. Clearly that's...
Yeah. That's the Lashon he uses. Lechem Mishnah. I don't see it now, but I saw it before. He says, Beferish the Lashon of geniza. Batel Gamri. Okay, 1 second. So wait, I'm getting to that. Yeah, 1 second. So that's so bepashtus the machlekes of the Ravid and the Rambam is, will there be a geniza mamish, or it's just that there won't be kaira b'tzibur? And the pshat of the Ravid, besides, I mean, you said before, making sense logically. The pshat of the Ravid also fits very well with the limud from the pasuk where this whole concept is learned from. that Lasad Love and Nevi'im and Ksuvim are going to be bottled. The Gemara, the Yerushalmi brings the pasuk Koil Gadol V'lo Yosaf. Regarding Chumash, regarding Chamisha Chumshe Teire, it says Koil Gadol V'lo Yosaf. Lo Yosaf means it will never end. It always remain. So the lashon is Koil Gadol. The Koil Gadol regarding Chamisha Chumshe Teire will never stop. Regarding the Nevi'im Ksuvim, the Koil will stop. The Koil of reading a B'tzibur will stop. But it doesn't say the Etzim Sefer will be bottled. But the lashon of the Rambam is Kol Sifrei HaNevi'im. Chol HaKsuvim HaSidnli bottle. It's mashma that the Rambam understood that the Etzim Sfarim are going to be bottled. So there's a Ha'ara and a Sicha from the Rebbe in Chelik Chavav. It's a Purim Sicha actually. There's a Purim Zachar Sicha where the Rebbe talks about this inyan. And in the Ha'ara there, the Rebbe brings another pshat in this inyan. That even the Rambam doesn't hold kipshutai that there's going to be a geniza. The Rambam says Kol Sifri Anavim v'Chol Aksuvim Asidin LeBottle. It's mashma that the Etzim Sfarim are going to be bottled. So the Rebbe teaches that what the Rambam means to say is there's a certain kedusha that's chal on Sifrei Kodesh. There's all kinds of halachas that are chal on the Etzim Sfarim that they get a gather of Sifrei Kodesh. The Rebbe there's Meirich in the Sicha and the Sinyan. That the Sfarim have a certain kedusha, a certain level of kedusha, and there's certain halachas of dvarim shebechsav, iyatar hashoy lemrim balpeh, that if it's written bechsav, you're only supposed to read it bechsav. So when the Rambam says kol sifrei neviim hasidnli bottle, what the Rambam means to say is the kedusha of the dvarim shebechsav will be bottled. That aspect of kedusha. Since Lasad Love, there'll be a much greater kedusha that will be in his gala. So legabe that greater kedusha, the kedusha of the Nevi'im and Ksuvim will be bottled kishrage betira, like a candle in the middle of the daylight, and therefore it won't have that same kind of a kedusha. So we won't treat it in the same way. There'll be something else where the kedusha will go to. But as far as the actual Sfarim existing, even the Rambam agrees there's not going to be a gniza. The only machlokes between the Rambam and the Ravid is the Ravid holds that even the etzim kedusha of the Svarim won't change. The kedusha of the Svarim will remain the same. The only difference will be when you get to the kriya b'tzibur. Mashenkin the Rambam holds that Lasad Lavi, because of the greater gili that will take place, even the etzim kedusha of the Sefer will be affected as well. But the limud David and Lasad Lavi will remain. Lasad Lavi, you'll be allowed to say it bal peh. Lasad Lavi, the halachas of dvarim shebechsav yatar shalem and bal peh will not apply to the Sifrei Nevi'im. If that's the pshat, so then there's no stira here b'chlal. According to the Rambam, even Lasad Lavi, there'll be the Nevi'im and Ksuvim. You'll have the Tilim, and we'll continue saying the songs on the Karbanis from Tilim. Even Lasad Lavi. Right, yeah, that's the minhag. By night, that's a special mitzvah. Special mitzvah, presuming this, that's a takonis chazal, it's a special takana to read it by night. Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah. Okay, that's one chelik of the Mayim Chazal, benegay to the Sifrei, Nevi'im, and Ksuvim. The second chelik of the Mayim Chazal is benegay to Megillah. That even if the Nevi'im and Ksuvim will be bottled, the Megillas Esther, and halachas will not be bottled Lasad Lavi. And the pasuk that it's learned out from is the end of the Megillah, v'zichram lo Yosef mizaram. Lo Yosef, v'zichram lo Yosef mizaram. Right, exactly. So the question is, the question that's asked in different places, that Rebbe brings it in my Marim as well, what's the connection between Megillas Esther and halachas? The Gemara brings these two things together. Megillas Esther won't be bottled and halachas won't be bottled. For halachas won't be bottled, which is mashma that the shaklavataria of Torah, all the discussions that there are, whether in Gemara, whether in Paiskim, whether in Rishonim, all the shaklavataria is going to be bottled Lasad Lavi. From the whole Torah Shebal Peh, the only thing that will remain is the halachas, the actual psak halachas. Yeah. So, and the Gemara brings a pasuk with that also. Halichas olam lo, I mentioned before. Halichas olam, halichas it will be forever. But what's the connection? Why is the Gemara bringing these two things together? Megillas Esther and halachas. So the answer that's given is that there's a connection here, because what's taka the reason why the Megillas Esther is not going to be bottled Lasad Lavi? Why all other Nevi'im and Ksuvim will be bottled. Megillas Esther won't be bottled. What's unique about Megillas Esther? Elamai the teretz is because the ness of Megillas Esther, the whole story of Megillas Esther is different than the rest of Nach. In all other things in Nach, whenever it talks about the things, the nevuas to Yidden and connection to Yidden, it's filled with all kinds of things of nisim that happen. This ness and another ness, and how the Eibishter says a nevuah and how the nevuah is in the sky, and everything's b'derech ness. You look into Megillas Esther, so one of the things that's Yudua to the story of the Megillah, that nothing happens b'derech nes. There's no nisim in the Megillas Esther. There are medrashim when you get a certain nisim, but you look into the story of Megillas Esther, the whole thing is b'derech hateva. It's all a nes malubish and teva. So b'pashtus, the reason why, if it's malubish and teva, that means that it's a nes that's not from such a high level. It's a nes that's malubish and teva. Not such a great miracle. But Kiyuduach, Chassidus is masber, punkt verkehrt. Because the nes of Purim has a higher shadish, so therefore it could come into teva. It doesn't have to break teva. A nes that comes from a place that's not such a high shadish cannot enter into teva. The only way it could function in Olam Hazeh is by shattering nature, by pushing nature aside and replacing it with the hanhoga of nes. But because the shadish of the nes of Purim is such a high place, so it could come into teva. And it also it's connected to the lashon in the Megillah balayla hahu, that the nes of Purim comes into Laila. Not it doesn't happen in a matzav of Yom. The hamshacha of the nes. Hahu is also in Hel of Esther, right? Sai Laila and Sai Hu is a double Hel of Esther, and the nes comes into the Laila Hu. It's a much greater nes. In other places, the pasuk of Lois in the Flaw is Gedolos Levade is brought. When you have a miracle which only Levade, only the Eibush himself recognizes it as a nes, because it's otherwise it seems like Teva. It's because the shadish of this kind of nes comes from Levade, and therefore it could come even into Teva. That's the Maila of the nes of Purim.
What's the whole?
Huh?
What is the whole Esther?
Because hazeh means marabetz boivim hazeh. Hazeh is something which is present right here. It's gili, something that you can point to. Hahu is yena, there. It's in the distance. It's far. It's hester. So halayla hu is a double hester. So because of the maila of nes purim is that it comes into the tachten, it comes into the teva, it comes into the lowest place. When you get to Torah, that's the difference between the halachas of Torah and the shaklavataria of Torah. The shaklavataria of Torah is the chachma. Chachmas shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Chachmas shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu is ein sof and very deep, and therefore every chachma has the background and the depth and the oimik of the Eibish's chachma, which is ein sof. That's why there's an endless discussion when you get to every halacha in Torah. But that's not the chelik of Torah that relates to the tachten, to the actual ma'aseh b'poel in Olam Hazeh. The chelik of Torah that relates to halachas, to Olam Hazeh, that is the halachas. So that's the connection between the two inyanim. The nes of Purim, the Megillah, which is a kind of nes that penetrates Teva and comes into Teva, was not going to be bottle as lovai. And halachas, which is that aspect of Torah, which relates to the ma'aseh b'poel and the tachten of the world, will also not be bottle as lovai, because that draws from the highest shadish. It comes from Atik, it comes from the highest place, and therefore comes down into the lowest place. So those two things will not be bottle as lovai. That's the connection.